Hey everyone, Anthony Cosenza here with Casabell Realty Group, giving you a late February real estate market update. A lot going on in the market, a lot going on out there in Orange County, and we are bringing you all the details for that, giving you some information on the Orange County MLS inventory numbers, some mortgage updates, thanks to one of our industry professionals and partners that we work with. And of course, a community spotlight, something going on in the community coming up here in just a short bit. So we've got a lot to get to. Happy to be with all of you. And of course, for all of your real estate information, if you want to contact us about different questions you may have, need some referrals for some great people in the industry, whether that's on the home improvement contractor side, whether that's on the mortgage professional side or what have you, we have you covered. And we want to be your go-to real estate resource. You can go to CasabellRealtyGroup.com for information about our brokerage, the agents that are available, and of course, we've got an up and running media center and blog center where you've got all kinds of different information at your fingertips, updates on the market, little updates there. And then, of course, what we've got going on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our YouTube channel. So you got to keep it tuned and glued to all of those to get the information that you want. Of course, feel free to reach out. We want to help you out. We want to get you the information that you're seeking. So let us be a resource for you in the real estate market. All right. So without further ado, let's get to the market information, and we'll start with the some mortgage updates and some MLS numbers for you. So I'm going to share my screen here and share some information courtesy of our friend Chris Pacheco of the Pacheco team. And he is kind enough to always send us quite a bit of updates, lofty updates here. And of course, a lot of things going on in the global landscape that is affecting a lot of different things that folks will want to keep an eye on. But this was as of Monday, since Monday was a holiday, President's Day. There were, we kind of were a little bit dark on that day. But at any rate, here we go. Investors are closely watching. This is last week's activity, closely watching the Ukraine and Russia tensions. That continues to build over in Eastern Europe there. So everybody's got their eyes on that right now. The bond market could be a safe haven if war does break out, which is good for rates. Sales of existing homes were up 6.7% last month, which is higher than predicted. So that's a good indicator there of, some things continue to move, and there is a slight uptick in inventory, especially from the late winter months. So, gotta keep that in mind here. 860,000 homes for sale at the end of January, 16.5% down from a year ago. So if you see there, you can see that from a year-to-year perspective is down in terms of homes that are currently for sale. Housing starts dipped, but permits are up 37.3% year over year. Rent has increased 12% year over year. Wholesale inflation rose 1 full percent point last month. I want to go back to this bullet point right here where it says rent has increased 12% year over year. I want to remind everybody of another video and some information that we put out courtesy of Adam Data Solutions, a local Orange County reputable data gathering information systems type of organization, that in the majority of U.S. cities and U.S. markets, it is more affordable to buy a home than it is to rent in this market. Orange County, that's not one of the cities specified in that finding. However, when you look at, if you go back to that video and you look at what I was talking about and kind of doing some hypotheticals in terms of numbers and whatnot, there are a lot of comparable monthly mortgage payments that are available as compared to rent rates that are out there. And then this bullet point here that Chris Pacheco provides for us, that rent has increased 12% year over year. That's something to think about. And there's a lot of things also, a lot of folks out there that say, I'm going to sell now, take my money, I'm going to rent, and then I'm going to buy later when this market potentially dips or, things calm down a little bit, what have you. But there's just not a lot in future predictions that are showing a big dip, a crash, or anything like that. So there is risk associated with that, especially if you are looking to buy back in the Southern California, buy back in the Orange County area. You may end up kind of sometimes at some point pricing yourself out of the market there. There are opportunities where you can rent and that'll work for folks, but you really have to be careful with that, with the rent rates increasing. And of course, there hasn't really been a higher influx of inventory into the market that would allow things to settle down a little bit. So that was an interesting bullet point here in terms of the last week's activity and findings here. Here's some stuff for this week. Mortgage bonds are lower to start the week. Home prices rose almost 1% last month, 18.8% year over year. Again, pointing to what I was just talking about with the buy, rent, sell kind of, sell, rent, buy formula that I was just talking about. When you go through that formula, you really need to be careful and monitor what's going on with, where the rates are, home prices rising, rent rates rising, that sort of thing. You need to really be careful on that. This week, you got some housing data, the GDP and inflation report, and new home sales, pending home sales data will all be released sometime this week, and we'll be sure to get that to you down the road once we get another update here and get some more information on that. Here are the rates. You look at the rates here. A conventional 30-year fixed, just under 4%. FHA 30-year 3.5% jumbo, and these are national averages. FHA 30-year 3.5%, jumbo 30-year 4.25%, a VA 30-year 3.425%, bank statement 4.425%, debt service coverage 4.5%, asset depletion 4.375%. Now, when you look at that too, still they're great rates for a number of buyers out there. Still very low rates, especially when you look at where things have been in the past and all that kind of stuff. But you're starting to see them tick up a little bit from where things have been in the past year and a half or so. We've done these reports a number of times and things were in the high 2s, low 3s. And here we are now, we're in the high 3s, the mid 3s, the low 4s, depending on what you're looking at here. So again, you need to be careful when you're thinking about waiting this market out. If you are a buyer, or if you are a seller and a potential buyer, you need to really have a firm grasp on what's going on here, not only by talking to a real estate professional that can, give you an idea of what's going on with your specific house, or if you're a first-time home buyer, give you an idea as to what to expect in this market. And you also always, as a home buyer, need to be prepared on the front end, need to be informed on the front end with what you're qualified for, have that pre-approval in pocket as you start going out and looking at properties and really start searching, because things are moving very fast. And, while folks like Chris can get you quick turnarounds on pre-approvals and whatnot, you need to really think about, getting all your ducks in a row on the front end before you get out and start looking very heavily at homes. Because once you find a home that you want to pounce on, you got to move fast. You got to be aggressive. That's the way this market is right now. Some other market information down here in terms of the NASDAQ down 1.22%, the Dow down just under a percent. Some other crypto information there in the S&P 500 down 0.93%. Chris Pacheco is part of the Pacheco team. You can go to Funded by Chris, and that's CRIS, fundedbychris.com, and he will take great care of you. He has worked with our clients before on refinances, on purchases, and things of that nature, and has provided great customer service, and we thank him for that. And we are confident that if you go and speak with Chris on a number of different things, and you're if you have questions, even if you're not quite ready to dive in yet, if you've got some questions and whatnot, he will be able to help you out and get you informed, and we would love to team up with him on that front to help you out. All right, let's keep rolling on with the MLS inventory numbers here. This is as of earlier this morning, Wednesday morning, for this midweek market update, and we will share this with you here. here is the numbers here, and I'll enlarge that for you. Coming soon. In Orange County, there are 193 designated as coming soon, 167 of those from February 23rd, which is today, and March 7th. So, looking at the next, week and a half, 2 weeks or so, 167 of those from today until the 7th, 1,270 active, 705 of those since the first of the month. 1,173 active under contract, 444 since Valentine's Day, February 14th. Pending, which is similar to active under contract, similar status there, 1,364, 266 of those since February 14th, and closed 615 since February 14th. So again, there are more hitting the market. If you go back, a couple months or so from our updates, this is especially right around the end of the year, this is a slight uptick in the coming soon and active areas. Some things are obviously still moving in the active under contract, pending, closed, etc. But again, a little bit more coming on the market at this point, and we got to still. I can't really emphasize this enough here for our listeners, for our prospective clients, our current clients, our repeat clients, all that kind of stuff. If you are looking at potentially buying in this market, I can't emphasize enough how crucial it is to not only be well informed as a buyer, but also to be prepared on the front end as you enter the market, to have that loan pre-approval in hand, know what home you can afford, and of course, know when you talk about know what home you can afford, you need to be able to know what's going on with the homes you're looking at in terms of, did it just hit the market, and is this going to go well over the asking price? Has this been sitting a little bit, and there may be a little bit more price flexibility there than in other areas or other homes that you may be interested in? All of those are factors in which you need to be educated on, and a real estate professional like those at Casabell Realty Group and other industry professionals like Chris Pacheco of the Pacheco team and many, many others that we work with in the industry can help you be well equipped as you hit the market and potentially sell your home, maybe buy a home, or maybe sell then buy. Or maybe, hey, we talked about renting and whatnot, and even though rates rent rates are up there and rising a little bit, maybe that's an area in which you are in need of some guidance and want to get some thoughts and ideas as to how to navigate that market. We have worked very recently in the lease market as well, so we've got you covered, whatever you may be looking at Casabell Realty Group. All right, that being said, one of the things we also like to do is highlight some things going on in the community. And there is one special event that took a couple of years off because of the COVID pandemic. It's been an Orange County staple, but it's coming back here in just a couple weeks, and we're going to tell you about it. All right. Well, one of the iconic Orange County events and staples really in South Orange County is the San Juan Capistrano Swallows Day Parade and Fiesta that they throw in downtown San Juan. And it's a really cool event where the morning features a lot of different celebrations and parades and whatnot. And you can see here, 62nd annual. So it's been happening for a while here. And you can go to swallowsparade.com. And they will that get you all the information that you need about the event itself. But you can see here at the bottom of the screen that I'm sharing, after 2 years of hiatus, the 62nd annual Swallows Day Parade and Mercado Street Fair will be coming to you Saturday, March 12th, 2022. So just a few weeks away is Swallows Day. And that event, it promises to be a great one. There is, a lot of family aspects to it, especially in the morning time, that there's a parade and different festivities and different things going on there. And then, of course, later in the afternoon, you've got maybe a little bit of, I'll say, quote unquote, adult time, I guess, because there's, beer gardens and restaurants are doing different promotions and there's different things going on around town. But the town is going to be a buzz, that is for sure, because this has not been something that's been done in 2 years because of the pandemic. It just hasn't been safe enough to do that, and now it is back. And I know a lot of people in the city of San Juan are excited about that. So if you're looking for some good family fun with the parade and different things like that, you're looking to get some good food and kind of walk around the town, see historic downtown San Juan Capistrano, and get the vibe of the history of the town, the rich history of this of that town, San Juan Capistrano. This is a trademark event of the city, and this is done in conjunction with I believe the Chamber of Commerce and different entities within the city. So it's well regulated, but like I said, it's a good time. There's going to be a lot to do, and I think a lot of people will be very excited to see this come back in a number of different ways. There's going to be, just for if you do plan to attend, you got to plan for kind of some difficulty in parking because of parades, and a little, even though the downtown is small in San Juan Capistrano, sometimes downtown parking in general is a little cramped, so you got to plan for that. And of course, just different elements to that. But you can spend an entire day on Saturday, March 12th, really just cruising around the city, checking out various markets. They've got antique stores. They've got, like I said, restaurants and different things, doing all kinds of different promotions and fun things for the family. So check that out. And it is, I mean, obviously, if you go buy some things, if you buy food, if you buy drink or whatever, that's, that costs you money, but it's free to attend in general, as is the parade. So it's a good time. It's a good time. And as a personal resident of San Juan Capistrano myself, I'm excited to see that back on a number of different levels. I think a lot of folks will be very excited to attend that and see that back, help kind of jumpstart things as the pandemic slowly continues to move behind us in the rearview mirror. So looking forward to that. And go to swallowsparade.com for more information on that. I'm Anthony Cosenza for Casabella Realty Group. Keep it to CasabellaRealtyGroup.com for a lot of media. We've got a blog and media center up and running there with all kinds of fun articles and informative articles that'll help you out in this real estate market. Of course, keep it tuned to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and whatnot. We're going to keep pumping you with all kinds of different, hopefully informative and helpful information as we go forward here. And as usual, if we can be a resource to you in any way to help you with your real estate needs, referral needs, what have you, we would love to be able to assist you in that. Thanks. Have a great rest of your week. We'll be back with some other stuff coming this week and next week as well. Some extra videos, not just market updates, some different things. So keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you soon.